So traders, the market has a bit of a rally today. That's it. It's all over. The bear market's over. We're going to start a rally. I don't think so. Let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, so today I just want to give you guys a quick little update on what's happening in the markets right now, some things to keep an eye out for. I'm going to be also talking about some issues that I'm seeing with people that are watching my videos and taking action, but they're only taking action based off what they want to hear and not what I'm telling them, okay? And then also I want to share with you a trade that one of my clients actually took recently on the futures market. So what an incredible trade. Anyway, so stock market, what's happening today? I did a video yesterday saying that, you know what, we're possibly going to go just sideways through here and wait for the moving average. Where is this moving average? Wait for the moving average to catch up. Well, we didn't get that today. We actually got a very nice rally to the upside, and we actually did get a closing of one gap. So we didn't continue sideways. We actually got a very nice rally to the upside. Here is the big issue that's happening right now with these markets, okay? So we had a very nice move down, and then now we had this nice little pop to the upside, okay? And there's gonna this, nice little green day for the day and so on and so forth. Remember traders, that the big thing to keep an eye out for when looking at these markets is what is the overall flow of the markets, okay? The flow of the markets is the most important part. And so you can see here, what I want to talk about here is the flow of the markets. As you can see, right, we can see that the flow of the markets is down, up, down, and now we're rallying back up again, okay? So the trend still hasn't changed, and we don't know whether this is going, is this a final bottom? I don't think so. I think we have a bit more downside to come, and I think this is just a pullback in the markets before we do something like this, and then we roll back over again, just like we did back up here. Now, the thing is that when I talk about that, okay, here's a really interesting thing that I really want to share with you. When I talk about that from a perspective of what's going on with the markets, okay, it's really important to understand what is the flow of the markets and where is a good time to enter the markets and not a good time to enter the market. Now, firstly, when you're trading these markets, you should trade the markets based off some sort of system. I see some people watching my YouTube video saying, "Oh, John, I just bought some put options today. Let's see how they go." Wrong. No. All right, you should have. What are your rules that you're following? What sort of rules are you following when it comes down to you actually trade in the markets? Now the worst thing that a trader can do, and again, I'm bringing this up now because I saw some people doing this, and yesterday's video, I'm just like, oh no, it's the wrong time to enter the markets. Even though I do these market updates and I say, okay, the market looks like it's going to drop down again, looks like we're going to roll over, and then in the mining sector and so on and so forth. Here's the thing, traders, okay? Here is the thing. Remember how the markets work. And this is where it's so important. How the markets work is what? We go for a run for a while, and then we get a pullback. And then we go for a run for a while, and then we get a pullback. We never know when this pullback is going to start, right? So therefore, if the market goes down for a while, you're going to expect some sort of a pullback, and goes down for a while, gets pullback, right? Just like we're getting here. Market goes down for a while, we're getting a bit of a pullback, just like we did here. Down for a while, pullback, down for a while, pullback, down for a while, right? We do that. So a lot of traders, a big mistake that a lot of amateurs are making is they wait for this. They wait for the market to go down, 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 down. Then they look to get in here. But how do the markets work? Oh, why are we getting a pullback through here, right? So we either get a pullback, or I was thinking that maybe we're just going to go sideways. Well, we didn't actually get that. We actually got the gap fill today, or one of the gap fills anyway. We may even get the second gap fill moving forward to next week. Remember. Why is the market pulling back? Because it's gone down for a while, right? So the worst time to be entering the markets to try to go short is down here, right here. Why? Because the market's already going down. Wait for a pullback, then wait for it to roll over, and then maybe go short here. You know what I mean? And then try to ride it down. A lot of traders, they try to go short here. Now remember what's happening with the markets right now. We are on a downward trend, and we're just going through a pullback. This is probably going to be just a pullback in the markets until the market actually changes a tune, all right? We never know what's going to happen, but We only can trade with what's in front of us right now, not what we think. A big mistake that a lot of traders make is like, oh, this is going to be the final bottom. This actually could be a final bottom in the markets, right? We just never know. But this actually could be a final bottom in the markets for this year. And then we start to make a very big bull markets. But 9 times out of 10, it's not going to be. So what you want to do is you want to wait for the markets. As the markets stepping down like this, and then maybe we get a rally up like this, and then it pulls back, and then we start an upward trend. Don't try to buy it here, right? Buy the markets here, because you don't know if that's going to be the bottom, right? You're going to probably buy it here. 9 times out of 10, you're going to be wrong. Wait for the market to create these higher low, breaking past previous highs. If the market's going to start an upward trend, we're going to get something like that, right? We may get an upward update, and then yes, if the market pulls back and then we start to do something like that, yes, then the market's telling us we're changing the tune. And then as a trader, guess what? We flow with the markets, okay? So that's what's happening through there. Let's take a look at the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq actually had a bit of a small little update today. It actually did close the gap. It did close the gap on this one right here, and it looks like we're getting very, very close to closing that second gap as well too. Really, really, really interesting stuff that's happening on the tech sector from there. Now, remember, guys, that we still are in a overall downward phase in these markets. So trying to buy it right now, try to go long right now, it's a very, very, very risky thing that's happening in the market. At least wait for the market to change its tune, you know what I mean? Because we still are in a very big downward phase in these markets. So the big thing that I'm noticing right now as well too is if I go to the energy sector, you can see the energy sector is absolutely just being crushed, absolutely being crushed. And I've always said that I believe the second half of this year that inflation is going to start to come back down. And so we're getting energy come back down, which is also, this is the USO, which is the oil is starting to pull back a little bit more. And then we're actually, if I go to my commodities charts, these are my commodities charts. We're actually starting to get a little bit of a pullback in commodity prices as well too. So this is cane, wheat, soybeans, corn, stuff like that. So we're starting to get a bit of a pullback when it comes to those in the markets there. So really, really, really interesting stuff that's happening across there. Let's go have a look at the mining sector. Today, the mining sector had a little bit of an update today. Not really much going on there when it comes to the mining sector. Now, the reason, this is actually a big one here, right? Because I've been saying, fake out here and away we go and so on and so forth, and we're going down. Remember what I said before, we don't want to buy when the market's already going down quite a bit. If I zoom my charts out a bit more, look at this here. And this is actually a big lesson that a lot of traders, the big mistake that a lot of traders make, okay? Look at this here. The market ran down. Then look where we are. People are trying to short the market here. What's wrong with shorting here? It's already gone down a lot. This is now well into the next move down, right? We don't know. We could actually get a bit of a bounce here and then we roll over. You know what I mean? Like, you just never know. What you want to do is you want to trade with the trend and then trade after a pullback. Remember, you want to trade with the trend. So if the trend's making these lower highs and lower lows, we wait for a pullback, right? And then we try to get in on here, write it down, get out, nice little profit. And then it might pull back again, might do something like that, and try to trade it here, so on and so forth, right? So we trade with the trend and then we trade after a pullback. And I saw a lot of traders, especially on the SIL and the SILJ, look at this here. They're actually shorting the market right now. Even though I've been saying this is actually in a downward phase and so on and so forth. Yes, we are, and we're still in that downward phase. And nothing's changed. But the right time to enter the market is when? Right here. When the pullback, it's down, up. Oh, look, now we try to go short because we don't know. This actually could be double bottom. We don't know when this is going. We could continue down through here, or we may bounce through here, right? So again, it's a bit of a nothing day today across the markets when it comes to SIL and SILJ. But just a really big thing there, traders, that I'm seeing a lot of people making mistakes through there. Like, they're getting in after the market's moving down, and that's where, like, for me, the best trades and my trading system, the reason why it's so successful is because I just wait for a really good entry after the market has, one, given me a good trend, two, give me a good pullback. Because when are the best trades? The best trades are when? After the market pulls back, and then it's like a reset, and then it's getting ready to go again. So mining sector, pretty much nothing day across the mining sector today. And then also the stock market, a little bit of an update with the actual stock market today, as you can see here. The big thing I was watching yesterday as well too, is I've been saying we are pretty far away from this moving average, and I didn't know whether we were just going to go sideways through here and maybe wait for the moving average to catch up, but that actually didn't happen. What actually happened today is we got a nice little update, but look what's happening through here, right? High, lower high, lower high, a strong 20 moving average. Now we're rallying up. So traders, this is not the right time to try to pick a bottom in the markets, because there's a high probability we're going to do something like this and then roll back over again. Okay, so this is just a pullback in the markets until, or if the market starts to change a tune and this is a bottom, the market's going to do something like this. It'll rally up and then it'll come back down, right? And then we'll start to make a nice little high low. So wait for the market to tell you what's going on there. Also, the big thing that I want to share a trade that actually happened last night. Oh, actually last night my time anyway. On the S&P 500 15-minute chart, and this was actually a trade that one of my clients actually sent me, and I'm like, oh wow, what a beautiful setup here, right? So look at this here. Remember I said before, trade after a trend, low, higher low, and higher low. Trade after a pullback, there's that pullback or sideways movement, and then a nice breakaway bar, and then the market actually had a very, very, very nice move up from there. So to my private client who actually sent that to me, well done, well done, well done for taking that trade. An amazing, amazing quality trade through there. So there we have it there, traders. Traders, I'm actually extending the Inner Circle coaching program where you can try it for 97% off. I'm actually extending that for one more day. I got some emails saying that they missed out. So I'm going to extend it, and I'm going to extend it for one more day. So link in the description, guys. Go check it out, and I'll see you in the next video.